This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch. John Carruthers here at CES 2011. I'm here with Doug Cooper, General Manager of Intel Canada.
Hi, John.
And Doug's going to tell us about a few technologies that Intel's bringing to you, the viewer, out in the world. So Doug, what do you have out here at CES 2011?
Well, this is, for us, this is a big launch event of the Intel second generation core processor. And you're going to see a whole range of, well, I think 100 new designs of Core 2 or Core second generation notebooks.
Right.
And there's a few interesting things that new technologies that we're introducing that help to bring entertainment to the home.
Right.
And talk a little bit about those. The first is the ability to take movies that you have on your notebook and stream those wirelessly to your big screen display. Almost everybody now has a large format display in their home.
Right.
And with a simple technology we call wireless display, you can connect your notebook wirelessly, as long as it has a second generation core processor in it, using a full HD 1080p.
Now is this the signal transmission is over Wi-Fi inside your house?
Over Wi-Fi inside your house.
So you need to get a TV that's enabled, or is there a box that you can add on that?
Yeah, there's a small box, Netgear, Belkin, a variety of manufacturers that connects via your HDMI port. It's very small, you can tuck it in behind the TV, you wouldn't even notice it. But the great thing for the homeowner is there's no wires really sitting on you, and you just decide you're going to project. And it's not just movies, you can project your instant messaging session or have something playing at the same time you're looking at your screen.
Right. Do a photo slideshow type of thing.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so that's one thing that we've got coming out. What else?
The other cool thing is we signed a deal with Warner Brothers, and so it uses encryption technology within the second generation core that allows you to stream or buy Warner Brothers HD movies for your notebook and then project them using the same technology, the wireless display, or directly connected to your big screen TV. And what's great about this is Warner Brothers now, the studios are very comfortable with the protection level that we're providing, and so you're going to get releases that are close to first release as opposed to waiting months for that to be able to get it on your notebook.
Right, because that was a problem before when you had something that went wireless, is you're maybe running into issues with DRM, sort of saying, oh, well, can't do that. That's not part of the spec.
And you know, the industry's done a good job, I think, of protecting the connection from the player, the DVD or Blu-ray player, to the big screen TV, so you can't make copies. And we've done the same thing, extended that wirelessly out to your notebook, and so you have that full connection from an online service all the way through to your big screen TV.
There you go. Okay.
So that's very cool. Okay. And then the third area is in 3D. So 3D, as you know, has become a big deal, right?
It's
and
huge.
Everybody wants to have a 3D display. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could use that second generation core box and play your Blu-ray 3D through an HDMI port to your 3D screen? And we support stereoscopic 3D, both passive glasses as well as shuttered active glasses. And it's a great experience. You can see it here out on the floor.
Okay, so the 3D technology, that's the graphics part, is all from Intel as well?
Yes. Yeah, right. The technology is within the second generation core processor notebook.
Okay, so obviously you have to buy a notebook that has that all configured in there. You can't just add it, because you need to have a screen that's compatible and fast enough refresh and all of that. So.
All those kind of things, yeah. But I think the important thing is when you're looking for these capabilities, ask for Intel second generation core, and you look for Intel Wi-Fi, and then all the things that we've talked about, you'll be able to do with your notebook.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that one of the things you can do when you have your Blu-ray streaming out to your TV from your notebook, and that's all a mobility play here. All of these things you can do from your notebook.
Yes.
But is your notebook then tied up when you're watching your movie over on the big screen TV, or can you actually still use it for anything else?
That's a good point. So one of the things when you're using wireless display, the big screen actually is like a second display on your notebook. So you could drag your movie onto the big screen. You can drag a web page up on the big screen, or you can be working on the web page, searching for something about the movie or an actor that you saw in the film. At the same time, you've got it playing on the big screen. It's very cool.
So you're not limited just because you're doing something processor or sort of visually intensive. You're not locked off on the other screen.
You're not limited at all. Those things continue to run, and we've provided enough performance headroom in the second generation core processor that those things really don't take much of a load at all. So it's a very great experience, very good experience.
So there you go. Lots of multimedia options available to you on your portable device. You can find out more of that at Intel.com, obviously, and you can find the show notes for this on our site at butterscotch.com. Thanks so much, Doug.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sean.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.